All right, guys. This is not going to happen a lot. This kind of setup that I see. One of the best penny stocks that I am looking at right now in my radar is ATYR. You can see right up here in the top left, ATYR. Now, I really like this one, and let me go over a lot of the things I like it. Before this big massive drop, it has had plenty of volume. You don't see that happen a lot. I mean, look at the volume. They're well over a million constantly, constantly, constantly. Usually, what the crap penny stocks I see, they have like 100,000 volume, and then they had this massive drop, and now everyone wants to get into it, right? Well, this thing has had accumulation way before this big drop, and it has never had a reverse split that I'm seeing right now. All right, that is amazing to see. So that just means like they're not like terribly, dilution, right? They don't have those reverse splits. They also have, if you look at the news, they also have like major analysts on them, like Wells Fargo, right? Jefferies, RBC, Hainright. So they have a lot of, big money that was in this before. So this is the top idea penny stock that I'm saying that you do not want to miss out on this one. This is not your crap penny stock. Now, let me show you also another thing. We did have a gap down. All right. I'm going to put the square here. If you guys understand gaps, just understand that these do not have to fill, but they also make the indicators lag. We had a gap from here to here that we were looking to, for a possible fill, right? From this lower wick to higher wick. And that just means that this EMA 5 is going to take longer to hit. All right. Every time I see a gap like this, it could take longer to hit. So it does not make me, surprised that we haven't touched this EMA 5 yet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With this kind of gap, I'm looking at least 10 days of not entering this position while we have 10 days of no EMA 5 touch. This looks like a very strong opportunity to start getting on in. To this EMA 5 is not outrageous, but it is a 19% so far. Okay. So we are well below that. We could obviously go up and make a monster squeeze if we wanted to the 10 and make an 84% return. That's always a possibility. Most of the pennies I see run are going to do these massive pre-market after-hour pumps. But this is one of those unique pennies that I'm like, yeah, I had to make a video on this. I mean, 16 million volume, so we're well past. We had 155 million volume when we went down. But yeah, I really like what we're seeing here. Lots of analysts. I think with especially with my symbol, they had a study failure, but this right here is an overreaction. No matter what, price will revert back to mean. At the very least, we will come back to this EMA 5. Okay, I've seen the worst case scenarios, and they always still do that. And then when I add my KDJ in, we are seeing at a 5.31. As you can see, I never buy the first candle down. A lot of people get sucked into this thinking, oh, it dropped 83%. It's probably going to go back up. If trading was that easy, we all be trading the first big move down and then look for this dead cat bounce. It did have a decent dead cat bounce from this low to here. That was like 20%. And that's about all you're going to get. And as you can see, it just slowly declines and declines. We see that with Neon. Remember, everyone was overhyping Neon, right? First big move down. We had this monster gap that happened. And what happened? Slow down. But as you can see, we will touch these EMA 5s. Boom, EMA 5 into rejection. ATYR has not done that. I think we can really get a lot of accumulations. I always tell people accumulate once a day. Normally towards the end of the day is the best. And that way you can really keep up with this EMA 5 on the daily. And if it starts rejecting, you definitely need to get out of your position. But if it starts rejecting, get out of all of it. Because this is going to be as resistance. We have not touched this EMA 5. So that's going to be your first resistance, then the 10, then the 20, but I wouldn't even think about the 20 yet. So ATYR, number one penny stock to look at under $1, by far the best setup in the whole market. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 days of time distance. Anything that not touched the EMA 5 in 10 days is long. With this kind of gap, I would give it a little more extra room. I would say anything that doesn't touch the 5 in 13 days is long with this kind of gap. That's why I say scale in on the 10-day mark. I posted a video on Kirk's. The difference between Kirk's when this thing made a monster move is because this didn't have a gap. Remember, I waited that 7 days, and then boom, we come back up here and gets very close. I mean, this was a monster freaking move here. This was a 60%. ATYR can do that too in a blink of an eye, but this is a more stable one. So we'll see what this does, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. You feel free to join the Discord. I will be posting these at the end of the day, probably in the premium chat to kind of like show you what I'm looking at. But ATYR, #1 setup, best penny ever. You're gonna love it, guys. Definitely accumulate. I say accumulate 3 times towards the end of the day. Have a stop loss of 20% after your 3rd accumulation, but you should now start to look to accumulate now that 10 days has ended, and now we're looking for that entry points. But yeah, join the Discord if you want. Click the link down below in YouTube comments below and in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord for my alerts. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to become a member, hit how to subscribe here and hit day trade alerts. You'll get access to everything for $12 a month. You'll get day trades, swing trades, and I also go live every day in the day trade live stream, so take advantage of that. But you can also see my live streams here when we get full. You can also join them on in here. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I think this is going to be the next big banger play. Try to call them out before they happen, because once this move happens, who cares about calling out? Because a lot of people are like, oh, this stock's up 100%. It already moved. Once a penny moves, it's really risky. The best kind of traders are trying to call these out, especially with pennies. You want to get them in early, accumulate it, and then once it rides up, then you can enjoy the ride. All right, guys, join the Discord. I'm telling you, I'll keep my thoughts. Anything that you need, I'll be here. We got a lot of people that like to trade small caps. But $12 a month, subscribe on your computer to avoid that iOS fee. Just hit how to subscribe and hit day trade alerts. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Peace out.